Hey everybody, Ben here from Church Comms Collective. I hope you're doing really well. In this video, we're going to do a tour of the new Church Comms Collective platform and hopefully give you the confidence to be able to jump on board and give it a try for yourself. So let's dive in and start the tour. Okay, great. Here we are. This is the landing page as you go to churchcommscollective.com and you can request to join or sign in from this platform. Over here, we've given a quick tour of actually what this is all about and why join and why we're moving away from Facebook, and you can meet me if you want to. Great. So there we go. When you log in, you will land on this. This is the home screen on the main browser. Now, of course, this is a similar structure, very similar structure to the mobile app. And if you want to use the mobile app, I'd recommend downloading Mighty Networks, which is the platform this is hosted on. And then within there, just search Church Comms Collective and sign in or sign up the way you would do on a main browser itself. And then you've got the app on your Android or iOS device, and you'll be able to use it there if that's your preferred way to actually join the collective and be a part of what's going on. Now, when you join the main homepage, we'll go through these basic things and just give you kind of a heads up of what's going on. This is the main news feed. It's a very similar layout to Facebook, which means that a lot of this is very familiar to us, which is really great. Straight away, if you want to, you can share a post in here, which is really cool. And we've got a news feed with the things which are going on. Now, the same way as within Facebook, you can follow people, so they will then appear by default, and their content will appear by default in this homepage as you land. So you can see here Ben's stuff and Chris, for example. There we go. Right now, this is really cool. Straight away into the homepage feature itself and the main news feed. In here, you can choose how you want to sort this. So you can show everything which is being posted in here and actually see all the content. You can make it personal to you. You can view your own activity. You can view posts just from the host. So if you want to see posts just from me, for example, or posts that are from near you. And so far, no one in the Sheffield region has actually posted something in the main page itself. So there we go. You can also search unanswered questions. So if someone has posted something in here and there we go, and it was just unanswered, there you go. For example, I've shared that job post there for Youth for Christ. No one is engaged with it. You can see what content hasn't been engaged with if you want to, and jump on board, be a team player, and answer a post which has been shared. So that's really cool in terms of this activity. You can also change how it actually appears as well, so you can have it as these drop-down bits if you want to also. Cool, right. Next thing to go through, let's go to Discovery. So this is where there's kind of a broad summary of everything that's going on. You've got top posts here so you can see what's happening. You can see members that are near you. So geographically, it's not going to give you their specific address details, but you can see if they're nearby. And you can reach out to them, say, if you're looking for somebody in your local area to recommend a particular, say, print service, or you want to connect with somebody to look at doing a hosting night, then that's a great way to go about doing that. Then we've got topics. Topics are really interesting. So whenever you create a post, you have the option of adding a topic tag to it, which I'd highly recommend doing because it just helps us organize and sort stuff out. And they'll be tagged within these kind of default settings. And I'm going to add a few more to these as we kind of go forward and see what we need. But at the minute, we've got things like jobs, design, meetups, administration, general. And if I click on this general tag, for example, in here, we've got then posts which have been made connected to this tag so that people can then see that content and engage with it. So it just really helps structure things and make it easy to manage. Events, I'm hoping in the future there'll be loads of Church Comms events happening and we can put them in here and let people be aware of them. At the minute, I've added the only one that I'm currently aware of for next year, which is Stronger 2022, which has a communication stream as part of what they're doing. It'd be great for events like Premier Digital to feature in here when it starts again, the Create Conference and things like that, CRE, all those type of things hopefully will feature. And I'm hoping there'll be an abundance of more stuff because I think conferences are a great way for us to connect with one another, to learn together and to build community within Church Communications. Also, you can see on there it says nearby, past, and those type of things. So hopefully, if there's regional things as well, UCAN groups, stuff like that, we'll be able to get that content there so you can see what's going on close to you and things that you might be up for heading along to. Groups. Now, groups, the same way as within Facebook, the Church Comms Collective is a Facebook group. We can create an abundance of groups in here. And for key topics, that might be really useful. At the minute, we've put a few headliners in. So we've got jobs, for example. So that's a place where you can share jobs. And also you can go and view the jobs board in there. Primarily, we'll be pulling content for that from the Christian Creative Directory. And I think it's a great source for jobs. So that's a great place to go to. If you can see here, for example, we've got the Sheffield region. Now, we did our first hosted a Sheffield regional event a few weeks ago, which was brilliant to see people in the flesh and actually just bring together around, I think, about 30 church communicators from different churches across the city. And that is just superb. And that's where digital's best for me, when it helps facilitate reality and actually build up real kind of connections. And everything can happen digitally, but there's something really special about it actually stepping out and becoming more than that. So within these subgroups, we can then actually have separate conversations specific to stuff. So for example, for the Sheffield region, if we were to organise a church-wide, city-wide alpha conference, alpha series, for example, that would be a place where we can actually discuss some of the foundational aspects of that and remind people of when they say social media posts are going out, and provide content and resources in that respect. So that summarises effectively what's here in this left-hand navigation. And if I go over to here, this is more actually managing who you are and who we are and things. So the same way as within Facebook, you've got messages, so you can DM key people. This is an admin thing here where you can just see progress that's been made. Notifications, again, they all appear in here, and within here you can then actually select what notifications you get. And I highly recommend you actually take a bit of time just to set this up, because notifications can be really useful. Now, the point of being in a separate platform to Facebook is so that we've got I guess you can be a part of things without being bombarded with too much. And the important thing here, setting these notifications up to suit you and your role within communications. Now, we only get as much out as we put in. So if we actually share our successes and our failures, and we help people when they ask questions, I would hope that you'd also receive the same back, so that when you're asking, you need help, others will actually step up to the plate and do so. So in doing that, having some notifications on to let you know what's going on is really useful. In here, you can see that I've got mine set only to the mobile push at present, but I've actually got everything set on. I guess I kind of should as a host of the platform. But you can make this really selected and shaped around you. Okay, so another thing here is obviously your own profile. Within here, it's really important, I would say, just to set that up, put a little bit about yourself. It would help to, for people, if they're connecting in a localized context, to understand what church you're part of and what's going on. So that's really cool. And one thing I realized I've not actually gone to over here was the About section. So this outlines exactly who the collective is and what our objective is. Currently 110 members, 6 days in at the point of making this video, which is, that to me is incredible, that potentially around 10% of the members of the Facebook group have come over to try this out. So thank you everybody who's done so, and for all those that have done so since, amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really hoping it's a really useful platform for you. Another thing on here as well is invite. If there's people that you think that are part of your team, that are part of your church, that you would think would be really great to be on this platform, by all means invite them. We're going to be opening the ability for members to create their own groups really soon. So if your church wanted to have its own subgroup within here that you could then use for communications, the DM tool, and also a platform to be able to discuss things that are going on in your church, then that is a possibility that you could actually do that and set that up. Again, back to the profile settings. Within here, you've got the abilities to be able to obviously leave the platform if you want to deactivate your account, manage your notifications. You can text yourself the app. Again, there's another shortcut there. Pop in your number and it'll send you a link to the platform on for Mighty Networks. And yeah, there's the ability to manage every aspect of your account and your progress. So that's a whistle-stop tour of the platform in the browser format. The same architecture and structure exists in the mobile app itself. I think it's really intuitive and easy to use on the go. As an admin, I've got another tier of elements in there where I can approve membership requests and things. So even with those added extras, for me it still feels like a very fluid and comprehensive way to go about this. And that is a tour of the collective as it is. Now, I've said this from the start, with every aspect of what we're doing or have done on Facebook and what we're doing in this place, this community is shaped by you. That's the purpose of it being a collective for me. It's coming together with our ideas, working out what's not working, what is working, and building upon that. So if you've got ideas of things we can do to make this better, to make it work more for you and get more out of it, then please do let me know. Please don't be silent. message me, reach out, and we'll do everything we can. This is built on a white label platform, Mighty Networks. I'm not going to shy away from that's the fact. There's no way I could fund a complete build of this from the ground up. So we're working within the parameters of what's available on this particular platform. There are different tiers. It costs more to do that. This is currently something I'm totally doing on my spare time and funding completely myself. So there's limitations there. There will need to be some kind of funding model in the future if we want to step up those tiers and be able to offer more resources within this platform. And that's something which could be on the cards. Just got to see if this is really worthwhile for folks and if this proof of concept actually works. So the more active we are, the more we're able to help, the more we're able to do things, the better and stronger it will be. And I will be spending most of my time in terms of my collective time. This is where I will be predominantly sharing my questions, my successes, my failures, and learning from others in the process, and hopefully maybe helping some of you guys along the way with what's going on in your church comms or charity comms context. So that's the Whistle Stop Tour. Thank you for watching. Bless you guys. Join churchcommscollective.com and let's do this together. Bless you guys.